Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Panthers coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff and
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Panthers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This Super Bowl, of course, is a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And well, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there. And almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They fake the give. Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now Newton on 1st down. And incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To throw is Newton. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for Bengals TD.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up the touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bengals will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On 1st and 10, Newton.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Newton on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
21-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
On 1, right? 11.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 33.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown.
Jalen Naylor, 27 yards. And the Bengals continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a first down throw for Newton. Thomas brings it in.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Again, Newton. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he must be on the field at all times.
The end result, 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
There you go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this throw will be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Play action. It's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there.
27 yards.
And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
First down, here's Burrow.
It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
So first and 10. If they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And out of bounds right around the 20. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Mixon will try the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Bengals are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st down, it's Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Here's Smith to return it, and he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off play action, Newton. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To the air again, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Burrow will throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Burrow looking to pass.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Back to Mixon on second down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Here we go.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
I'm on, Rick.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Here we go, here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title.
can't ever take that away, can they? Nope. That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.